Costi with me and the franchise player. Man, I know what we got today: baseball, hockey, and hoops. Playoff hockey, playoff hoops, full schedule of Major League Baseball. Chris, what's happening? How you doing?
I'm barely here this morning. The drinks were flowing last night after a celebratory round at the sports bar as the Leafs take the 3-0 series lead. Didn't make it easy, and they're not going to make it easy on me. But I tell you, it was a great game last night. I think it was the only decent. I don't know, the Ranger or the Panthers and Lightning game was decent too, but yeah, now we got a full weekend of action ahead. So got a lot of action to break down, but I'm ready to talk about it with you guys.
Costi, what's happening?
What's happening? NBA playoffs. Been really dialed in, really excited about how I'm seeing the board day after day. Baseball on a good track again. The NFL draft last night was fun to watch. Really happy our boy went to Jacksonville versus Cleveland. The Ravens sniped a very talented safety. I'm excited about that draft pick. So it was fun. It's just so boring, man. It takes so long. There's so much in between. I mean, to be honest, I fell asleep after like the 15th pick. So I woke up and the Ravens had already drafted. But I'm excited about Malachi Starks. He's a ball. He's a baller for sure. What about your pick, Jay? Did you like who the Cowboys took?
It's expected. I ain't mad at it. I ain't happy. It was expected. We always draft linemen first round. They say he's really good. A little slow but stout. As bad as we were from an offensive line standpoint last year, we couldn't really run the football. I'm not mad at it. You got to get better in the trenches before you can get better everywhere else. So still long draft, still got a couple picks. We can still make a couple splash plays. This, like we said a long time, this is a deeper draft than probably most. Not really top heavy, but deep. So, we'll see what Jerry and Schottenheimer and Will McClay and company have up their sleeve today. So I didn't really have nothing to say about them. I'm mad at the NFL as a whole, though. I'm mad at the NFL as a fucking whole, bro.
Why are they robbing your boy?
Projected top 5, bro? Projected top 5, and now we fall out the first round? For real? That's what we doing?
Top 5 of round 3.
Just like,
that's what we doing?
Can you just picture Mitch right now?
You were here on time.
So yeah, you weren't here. You weren't here behind the scenes right before. I told Chris, I said,
on time. No.
I said, bro, if Mitch were here today, fam, he would be cooking me. Like,
I'm here. You were on this guy's nuts all year. The best talent. He's going to be the next coming of the better version of Caleb Williams. This guy's going to take over the league, potential Pro Bowler. He is ass. He's an average quarterback at best. I get it. He has he had a horrible offensive line, but he's average at best. I put him on the same category, and I said Caleb Williams was going to be ass, and he's going to be ass. He's too inconsistent, shuffles his feet, and never comfortable at all in the pocket, and he's running around with his like a chicken with his head cut off. That's Shedeur Sanders in a nutshell. Great. He had wins. Versus who? Who did he win against? And he got snubbed out of the first half. I had a smile on my face every time Roger Goodell went up there.
Y'all hating, and everybody's going to eat their words, man. My boy going to get drafted today, and
good for him.
I'm
glad he set up his own draft room. That was exciting.
I'm glad he did too, because I wouldn't want to be sitting in that green room.
I've been hating on him all season, so it's not like I'm just coming on now.
I know. I know.
2 seasons.
I know. The OGs of the show, though. This is This is just a combination of like 2 years worth of, arguing, yelling, and
this is 2 years. That's why I was asking, why aren't we starting on time? I figured Jay wasn't going to be on the show today. I couldn't get this out. This is 2 years built up. Hashtag we still sitting. That's what it is.
Man.
Hashtag we come into the podium in the 3rd round.
My favorite is people that come in here and say, I've never played a sport. Yeah, I know. I played chess. Never played sports before.
I could see that.
Damn, I'm sad about my dude, man. My other guy, though, Travis, went number 2 to the Jags. Like you said, I'm excited he didn't go to Cleveland. I kind of feel like Jacksonville's going to allow him to be him.
What do you think the split's going to be? Offensive versus defensive?
So there was a couple of reports that came out yesterday. They said during training camp they're going to have him full-fledged offense. And they're going to have conversations with everybody in the organization about how playing both sides looks and how to do it. So it's looking like they have a plan for him to be receiver and then probably some packages and things of that nature on defense. But at least that's what I saw last night. Still
I think it should be the reverse. I think he should be full-time defense. They have studs on offense on the outside. They already have a Pro Bowl receiver. Now they throw him into these different packages on offense. I think that would work really well. But he still has to get the ball. And for what we've been seeing over the last couple of years, T-Law has been nosediving from all-pro potential, the next, the guy that's going to challenge Joe Burrow for the next 10 years to now being an afterthought. So hopefully he turns it around. There's a lot of talent. There's a lot of hype. And it could be the coaching. His coach sucked and has sucked. And there's been turnover at the coaching position there as well. But I'm excited to see him play. We haven't seen a player like this really ever. I mean, Dion was, I think they said like 15% of the plays on offense. This guy can play 60-40, 70-30. So I'm excited to see him play. That's for sure.
We shall see how it all plays out, man. Chris. Will Compton. Not Will Compton. What's his name? What is it? It's Will. What is it?
Campbell.
What are you talking about?
It's what?
Will Campbell.
Campbell. To the Patriots. How you feel?
Again, it was kind of expected. Like I said, I was hoping that Travis would fall, but I had a feeling he wouldn't, so I was prepared for them to take a lineman. And I mean, it's kind of what we do. It's just we have the quarterback now. We have the quarterback that we're locked in on. Just got to protect him now. And Campbell was a great lineman at Michigan, and I think that, like I said, I think he's just going to be a good fit. So we'll see what the rest of the Patriots draft looks like. But so far,
he said I'm willing to die to protect Drake May. I said, you sold me. You sold me. We'll see, man.
Drake May still has to show me something. I mean, I get it. The talent around him was awful, but there's just, again, when I say that, there's only 8 to 10 quarterbacks that are elite, and everybody else just falls in that mediocre range. So you're gonna have some guys that have those highlight games, but then they're gonna look like ass the following week. So the jury's still out on Drake May. He's not Will Levis yet, but hopefully he doesn't trend that way in year 2. That's the hard year. Second year is where they have all the tape. And in the NFL, they say, do what you're not comfortable with doing. We're going to take away the stuff that you're good at. And the elite guys elevate their game in year 2. The guys that are mediocre stay mediocre. At least the guys that get thrown into the wolves, season 1 out of college. Season 1 as a rookie. I don't know. I'm happy about my boy Malachi Starks, safety from Georgia. Pair him up with Hamilton. We're always the team that drafts for value. That's what we've been for the last 15, 20 years. We always draft value. Regardless of the position that we need, we don't go after position, always go for value. I trust in DaCosta, EDC, and but again, none of it really matters. The only thing that matters is, can Lamar win in the playoffs? And to this point, the answer is no.
No.
Come on, Lamar. This is your year. Fuck.
Let's talk some regular season, man. Let's talk some baseball, man.
You sound like a Leafs fan.
What? What did you call me?
You sound like a Leafs fan. This is our year.
Don't call me Toronto Maple Leafs.
Yeah, I know. We can actually
shout out the Maple Leafs right now, man. Shout out the Maple Leafs.
Shout out 3-0, right?
3-0. Out of just knowing my history, I think I have to put like $10 on Senators series money line.
Hear you.
Hear ye, the Maple Leafs.
Would it not be typical Leafs fashion to lose this series?
Shut up.
Are you wearing a Leafs jersey?
Yeah, it.
Alternate?
Yeah.
What is that? That's kind of cool. Well, how about this?
This is one of the best jerseys they've ever put out in my life.
If the Leafs win the Stanley Cup, could you put a shelf back in the right corner so we could stop looking at the de-shelved? Because I feel like Roof got mad one night when the Leafs lost the last time, and he just knocked off the shelf. That's what happened. I got to have a story. We got to have a story to it. It can't just be the shelf.
Yeah, I mean, that's not wrong. Speaking of things that get knocked off.
You know what? I'm okay with it. I don't care. That's why I have my own show on the same channel.
Okay.
That's why I have a new show on the same channel where nobody kicks me off. And I get to talk to Eric for an hour where he was wearing, I don't know if you guys caught it yesterday, he was wearing a jockey outfit.
You don't get a word in edgewise.
I was like, did you get off the 6-horse earlier and just came straight here? But the trick is, if you see that same outfit in the Kentucky Derby, bet that jockey because you're going to see it. Oh, so good. Like what?
And whatever you do, don't bet on Grandma Lama Ding Dong like I did at the Aria.
I don't even know what I was betting. Carrie was just giving me numbers. My favorite is Brad. Brad bets the race, and his numbers hit, and we realize we're looking at the wrong race.
We're looking at the wrong race.
I'm rooting it in. Yes, 5. Come on, Brad. Brad's all pumped up because he accidentally bet too much on the trifecta. He meant for a smaller ticket. So I'm so pumped up, and then we realized it's the wrong race. That was terrible.
That was bad.
Phillies, Cubs, Taiwan Walker, Colin Ray, 1:20 start, Central Time, the best time. Orioles, Tigers, Casey Mize got a paying gig. And Nationals, Mets, Jake Irvin versus Kota Hemisinga. Chris?
What did you just call him?
I said versus Kota Hemisinga because Hemi Singa.
Hemi? All right. Give me the over 8 in Phillies Cubs. Even though the wind is blowing in really, really strong into right field, to me, this is just a game that I think sets up for some runs in this one. The Cubs, they're hitting righties really well. I think Taiwan gives up a few runs here. I think the Phillies can get to Colin Ray, and I definitely think the Cubs can get to this Phillies bullpen, which is once again one of the least trustworthy bullpens in baseball. The Cubs have been scoring some runs as of late. The offense has been waking up. So give me the over 8 in that one. I'm going to take the Tigers on the money line. Didn't love what I saw from Brandon Young in his debut. Casey Mize has been pitching up to expectation of what he was supposed to be from day one, that number 1 overall pick. And like I said, pitching really well. The Tigers have been playing really well at home, where they're 10-3. I think Detroit draws first blood in this series. And I'm taking the Mets on the run line. Fate of Jake Irvin, probably my least favorite starter, or one of my least favorite starters in this Nationals rotation now that Patrick Corbin's gone.
I'm hating on Jake, man.
Why are you hating on Jake?
Jake from State Farm. You ain't getting no insurance runs today off of Senga, I'll tell you that much. And the Mets, like I said, even if Irvin has a decent start, the Nationals have had the worst bullpen in baseball since day one. So give me the Mets on the run line.
Yeah, I'm going to go with I'm basically in line with what Chris said on all three of them. I'm going to take the Cubs at home. They're the better team, in my opinion. Overall, the Phillies have struggled on the road. And then on top of it, the Cubs have been smacking righties, averaging 6 runs a game overall. It's a little bit below their overall hitting number. I mean, they're actually averaging 6.5 runs a game. But I just trust them at home to get the opener here. Better pitcher. And it's just home versus away. And I'd rather lay the price at home if there's a split there between both teams. I'm on Detroit as well. Detroit's been a very solid team. I faded the Orioles in that series overall. Orioles have, in their last 10 games, have been hitting righties actually really well. But at the end of the day, you've seen this, their hitting has struggled of late overall. I don't trust their bullpen. Their starters have been ass, and they suck on the road. I like Detroit here at home. And you're getting a short price with them as well. Casey Mize, Young has just been awful. I mean, it's just the whole Orioles rotation should just quit paying old man Morton. I'm still sick about that. But and then in the third one, same as Roof, I'm going to lay the run line here with the Mets on the road with plus money. Actually, no, it's even money right now. Some places you can get even money or minus 105 with a minus 1.5 run line. The Senga has been exceptional for them. And the fact is that in their last 10 games, they're smacking righties. The Mets are averaging higher than their total, 5 runs a game, averaging 7 hits, averaging over a home run a game. I just think it's going to be too much for the Nationals here. So give me the Mets on the run line.
Only thing I like in this slot is the Phillies plus money line. Easy bread. Start our day off with cash. Typical spot, man. Phillies done lost 4 straight on the road. Cubs hot as hell. Beat up on the Diamondbacks. Came off 2 wins over the Dodgers. Oh my God. Easy win for the Cubs today. Fuck no, this shit ain't that easy. Come on, Phillies, bounce back spot. Taiwan looked bad in his last game. Everybody think he's just going to be terrible. No. Phillies, money line. Plus money. Start the day off with some cash. I kind of like an over. I think it's going to be a exciting, high-scoring game, more than likely. But I think the Phillies pull this one out and get back on track. We'll see. We shall see. That's the only one I really like here. That's it. I kind of want to fade the Mets, but I'm not rushing to do it. I want to do it, but I'm not going to. So that's my thoughts there. Yankees, Blue Jays. Jose Barrios versus Cookie Carrasco. Red Sox, Guardians, Ben Lively versus Tanner Houck. And Angels, Twins, Kyle Hendricks versus Pablo Lopez. Costa.
Yeah, I like I'm gonna take the Yankees here. Listen, both of these pitchers have been awful. I could see it as being an over also. Carrasco has been ass. Barrios has been ass. But on the other hand, the Yankees are hitting righties really well this year overall. And the Blue Jays in their last 10 versus righties, not even 3 runs a game, just batting above 200. They just had a bad series where they lost all 3 games at Houston. And the Yankees are now, even though the Yankees lost 2 out of 3 versus Cleveland on the road, now they're back home. I just trust the Yankees in their home ballpark more than I trust the Blue Jays on the road here. So I'll lay the price with Carrasco. I don't love it, but I think this is going to become more of a reliever game. If we get 4 or 5 innings out of Carrasco and he doesn't give up more than 4 runs, the Yankees still win this game because they'll be able to score. So take the Yankees at home. I'm on Cleveland at home, laying the short price. Tanner Houck is fucking ass. I trust Ben Lively a lot more, and the relief staff for Cleveland has been improving on the season. They're 4 runs a game. So they started out, they were projected to be one of the best relief staff in baseball. They are letting up a little bit above their total of what they should be giving up. They started off the year about 3.5 runs a game. Now they're up to 5 runs a game in the relief staff. But I don't trust Boston on the road nearly as much as I trust Cleveland at home. You get a short price, -110, basically even money on a team that's only lost 2 games at home. Boston's below 500. I'm on Cleveland. No opinion. It didn't meet any of the metrics that I set forth for baseball in Los Angeles versus the 50-50 Twins. So no play on that one.
The price too high for me on the Twins today. I do like them, but there's no way I can really play that. And hell no, I'm not laying on run line. Maybe stick it in a parlay, but then you're asking for it. You're asking for -200 with the Twins. You're asking for it, so I'm cool there. I will take the Guardians. Trust the Guardians at home. Tanner Houck is ass, like, or at least he's been ass this season to start. I like playing the Guardians at home. That's what I like doing. Small lean on the under in this game as well, though. I think it's going to be like if the Guardians win it, I'm feeling like a 3-2, something like that style game. And I'm going to take the Yankees on the run line. Ooh, yeah, the Yankees. I know I got my Blue Jays hat on today, but I do not like the current form the Jays is in. I'm going to probably be on the Jays tomorrow with Gausman on the bump against Max Fries. But today, y'all know I typically like that first home game for the Yankees of a series. This is where they typically like to come out, flex their muscles. They're coming off of a win. They didn't get swept by the Guardians. They took that last one. Had a day off, refreshed at home today. I think their bats show up. I think they win this game comfortably. Blue Jays still in a funk. I think Gausman probably gets them out of it tomorrow. Ooh, yeah, the Yankees. Run line. Chris?
Yeah, I think I have to roll with the Yankees too here. The Blue Jays just looked horrible offensively in that series against the Astros. Would it surprise me if they broke out here against Cookie Carrasco? No, but the Yankees also have great numbers against Jose Barrios, specifically Aaron Judge. 13 for 34 in his career against Barrios with 5 homers. I think he's someone I'd look at as a home run prop, even though you're not going to get a great price on it, but still plus 170, plus 180, maybe even a 2 home run game for Judge. Give me the Guardians. I think Tanner Houck, until he shows me that he's not going to get cranked on the road. I know a lot of those came in that loss to Tampa Bay, but still, he's had issues away from Fenway this season. The Guardians are a disciplined lineup that can, draw out at bats, have good, timely hitting, and they have a good bullpen as well. So much as I don't love Ben Lively, I'd argue he's the slightly better option here, but not by much. So give me the Guardians. And I'm going to lean towards the Twins. Again, don't love this price with the Twins. Pablo Lopez is the much better starter. Definitely not rushing to the window to back that.
We got the Royals and the Astros. Wisniewski versus Lugo. Bruker versus the Cardinals. Reds versus the Rockies. Terrible slot. Why do I always get the terrible slots? Man, like, damn. It's only one place to go today. Mama, that man on the mound. Let's do it, Rockies. Y'all ain't got to do it with me. But we on the Rockies today. I don't trust the Reds offensively. This team is really inconsistent. I think this is a game where the line tells you everything you need to know, man. This is a Rocky-style spot. And the Rockies will win this game outright money line today. I'm on the Colorado Rockies. Chris, you with me?
Give me the Reds. I get what you're saying. The Reds have been consistent, but the thing is, the Rockies have been consistent. Sorry, the Reds have been inconsistent, but the Rockies have been consistently poor, especially against left-handed pitching. For how hitter-friendly that ballpark is in Colorado, and how much it's made about being hitter-friendly, the Rockies are hitting just 195 against lefties at home this season. And there's also the fact that they just played a doubleheader in Kansas City yesterday. No day off, had to travel into Colorado. Kyle Freeland has struggled at home this season. So you're either going to have to ride out a long start with Kyle Freeland if he struggles, or hand it over to a bullpen that was heavily used yesterday. Andrew Abbott already had a solid Coors Field start in his career. He's used to pitching in hitter-friendly ballparks. I think it's a good matchup for him. I'll take the Reds on the money line. I'll take the over in Astros-Royals. Lean towards the Royals, but the line looks funky for me there. But I think Kansas City kind of broke out of that offensive funk against the Rockies. So maybe it's just sort of a get-right spot for them to get the bats back. Hayden Wesneski has been getting cranked. A lot of hard contact this season. He's given up a home run in 4 straight, 6 home runs total. And I think Lugo is going to get hit as well here. So I like the over there. And I lean towards the Brewers at plus money, but I don't. That's my least favorite of the 3.
I'm on Houston here. I don't know. Get right does not matter in baseball when you're playing the Rockies. You don't get right. It's just what you're supposed to do. Kansas City is still terrible versus righties. just averaging over 3 runs a game. While on the other hand, you have, I'm not too worried about both starters have been getting cranked, but the advantage obviously is going to go toward one of the best bullpens here in the league, where the relievers for Houston are averaging under 3 runs a game. I mean, that is, once they can get to their bullpen, which I think they will, and considering that Kansas City's been struggling against righties, I see this being a 4-3 game where Houston gets the win. And the fact that I can get them on a short price on the road, I'm taking it. Don't really have an opinion on this Milwaukee St. Louis. I think the line's where it should be. I would lean toward the home team, but both these pitchers, both the staff are quite even on my metrics. I don't really see an edge there, and I'm not betting it, but small lean on St. Louis, and I'm on the Reds as well. The fact is, the Reds have been blasting left-handed pitchers, and the Rockies have not. And I don't trust the Rockies right now at all. If I like them at home, I like getting plus money with them, like plus 170, plus 150, where they could sneak a game in and I'm making more of my money than just basically a flat bet here. I think them getting blasted in the doubleheader yesterday with travel, like Roof said, I mean, they are the worst betting team right now. I know it's going to shift a little bit, but if you bet $100 on every single Rockies game this year, you're down $1,500. That's with every game getting plus money. I just don't trust them at this point, especially in this spot. And considering they don't hit lefties well at the moment or in the last 10 or on the season as a whole, I'm going with the Reds.
Biggest square play on the board is the Cincinnati Reds.
Okay.
Yeah, don't learn today.
Sharp chaser play of the day is the Rockies.
Might be. It might be. Or it could be the Atlanta Braves on the road versus the Arizona Diamondbacks. That could be the sharp chaser fucking play of the day. With Chris Sale.
What makes that I'm just curious. What makes playing the Braves a sharp chaser play?
No, the Braves would be, if you bet the Braves today, you're a sharp chaser.
Why?
Because the Braves, as a favorite on the road, you're asking for it. Do you know the Braves' record on the road this season?
I know, but what makes it a sharp chaser? Like, why would the Sharps be? I'm still not always in football. It makes sense, I think, with the line movement, but in baseball, what makes it like? Are the Sharps taking the Braves?
Meaning, the guys who think they're smarter than everybody else. That's what sharp chaser typically means. So, in my mind, the Braves have no business being the favorite in this game today. They shouldn't be the favorite. Arizona should be favored based on how Atlanta has looked this season and based on how Chris Sale has pitched this season. Atlanta should be a dog, but they're not because it's Chris Sale and because it's Atlanta. So a lot of people are going to just take Atlanta because sharp chaser style play.
That's also call them squares. Okay.
It's not. It's square, but it also could be sharp chasing.
I'm improving my box. This is all I'm doing now. We're not doing this anymore.
I'm on. Oh, we didn't even get through the slot. We got Marlins and the Mariners, Cal Quantrill and Logan Gilbert. And we got the Rays and the Padres. And it's Chris up first.
Okay. I know full well I am not smarter than a lot of people, but I'm taking the Braves here.
Why? Give me the bet.
Because he's a sharp chaser.
I'm not sure. I can't chase anybody.
Just kidding. I'm just kidding.
I know you're. Well, I know. I'm just saying. I just can't chase. I'm saying I'm not fast enough to chase anybody. They'll get away. What, me? Me?
Just going to use signals.
Okay. Anyways, the Braves are a better team than 2-11 on the road. First off,
Are they?
Chris Sale has been.
Are they?
From a talent perspective, they are. I'm not even gonna budge on that. They're a better team than 2-11 on the road. In their first two series of the season, where they really struggled, were against the Dodgers and the Padres, who could both easily be 100-win teams this season. And then, they struggled on the road against Toronto. They struggled on the road in Tampa Bay. Okay. Chris Sale looked decent in his last start.
You can't just breeze over that. You can't just breeze over struggling in Tampa Bay, struggling in Toronto. Neither one of them teams are good. They're both under 500, and they struggled there too.
Yeah, but they got good. Yeah, but the other team got good matchups in those.
Oh, here we go. The matchups.
Okay.
It's all about which starting pitcher you face on any given day, and the bullpen let it get away. Zach Gallen's been a pitcher that's relied on pitching at home at Chase Field for the better part of his career, and he got cranked by the Orioles earlier this season, a team that's been inconsistent offensively. Went on the road and got cranked in Chicago. And the Diamondbacks this season have been far better against right-handed pitching than they have against lefties. I'm still not trusting this Diamondbacks bullpen. Am I saying that the Braves are going to rattle off a 9-game road win streak? No, but I'm saying it makes sense that Gallen's, an underdog here. He struggled in his home start against the Braves last season. 5 innings, 5 1/3 innings, 5 runs, 4 earned, 7 hits, loss. And it was a 6-2 Atlanta Braves win. Who's on the other side?
The stop.
Chris Sale, who in his career is 3-0 with a 2.87 ERA against Arizona. So I'll back Arizona plenty. Like I said, I think Atlanta's a better team than 2-11 on the road. They just haven't. Like I said, they just had a rough start to the year.
You cooked a little bit. I give you that. You're still gonna lose, but I mean, you handicapped the game.
A little backhanded dig, like you're still an idiot. But I don't think I'm an idiot for this too. I'm taking the Marlins plus money, plus 1.5. I am not a Cal Quantrill fan. But you look, a lot of the big bats for Seattle, he's actually owned in his career. The only one he hasn't was Julio Rodriguez, but Jorge Polanco's 0 for 19 in his career against Quantrill. Randy Rosarena's like 1 for 9. So Quantrill could have a decent start here, pitcher-friendly ballpark. I think you're paying for name brand here with Logan Gilbert as the more name-worthy pitcher, but it's just I don't trust it. I mean, I'm starting to come around on the Marlins bats a little bit, so I lean towards the Marlins plus 1.5. You're getting plus money with it, and plus 220 on the money line. And the Mariners have won 5 straight series. They've lost game 1 in each of their last 3 series, so they come out strong in the next couple games. And I'm going to take the Padres back at home, 12-1. Against a Rays team that, beat Arizona twice, but face it, still the Tampa Bay Rays, who I project to be the worst lineup in the AL East this season. So give me the Padres at home.
Fair enough. Costa.
Let me show you the path on why Arizona is going to win this game. Chris made a good statement where he said that the Diamondbacks are much better versus righties than lefties. Well, in the last 10 games that they faced a left-handed pitcher, they've averaged 8.5 runs a game, almost batting 300. I get it on the I'm talking about the last 10. This team at home is much better. That's where I take them on Friday night, where they may or may not drop the jerseys tonight. May or may not. I don't have any confirmed evidence on that.
Confirmed.
Confirmed. There we go.
I'm just yapping, but they better be.
They better be confirmed. On the other hand, Atlanta has struggled hitting righties. They're barely averaging 4 runs a game. They're struggling as a team They're about the same from a ERA in the bullpen perspective. I just think that they're going to get the Sale, who's struggled this year, and that's something that's not just going to get fixed overnight. I think Atlanta is exactly where they're supposed to be in that type of can't win on the road. Most of their wins, out of their 10 wins, 8 of them have come at home. The fact that I can get plus money with a home team, where the home teams are, prior to yesterday, I think they were 250 and 140 overall. It's always going to side with a home team dog in a position where I can get the Diamondbacks, who are smacking lefties. They're going to get the Sale, and they're going to get the win. It's pretty simple for me.
I have a rebuttal for that, but okay. I'll wait
go ahead.
until
Give it to me. No, just
okay. So in the last 2 weeks, right? So I don't even know when does that 10-game sample size that you mentioned go back to?
10 games against lefties.
Yeah. Do you know? Did you have the date for it?
Let me pull it up. Not going to reveal my data to you.
I know. No, I'm not asking you. I'm just
in their last 10 games.
Yeah. Do you know what date it goes back to, though? I have a reason for asking. I'm just looking for a sample size.
Why don't you tell me? I'll give you the date in a second.
So if we go back just to the last 2 weeks, which may be even more than the last 10 games, that sample size of 2 weeks is only 73 plate appearances against lefties. So it could just be that, yeah, they've had good plate appearances against left-handed pitching.
That's a lot.
But,
how many? That's a lot.
Over a 2 week sample size, where you're probably talking about, if you threw 10 perfect games, that's 270 plate appearances. Right? If they threw 10 perfect games, if they didn't have a hit, if they didn't have a walk, if it was just 27 up, 27 down, it would be 270 plate appearances over a 10 game span. The reason why I say that is because in those games, the Diamondbacks went 16 of 66 in terms of at-bats. They had 6 walks and a hit by pitch. 14 of those hits were singles, and they put in 4 RBIs. So that's why I'm saying I don't know if the 300 batting average against lefties is a true indication of how they.
Well, I didn't say 300. I said 278, but
sorry, 278 still.
It's all I'm saying is, of late, I like what I like to do in baseball, because it's 162 games. They play every day. It's so situational. You catch teams on hot streaks within the system. So if it's they're cranking lefties of late versus a pitcher who's been ass, getting plus money at home, everything else is a break-even spot on all the other metrics. Why would I lay 135 on the road and pay the juice? I lose the bet, I lose no juice, or I win the get, I guess, plus 115. If I do this consistently throughout an entire season and not lay the juice ever, regardless of winning and losing individual bets, that's the micro betting alludes to bigger profits in the long run, because I'm constantly getting plus money. And the situation of getting 135 on the road and losing, which road teams suck in general in baseball as a whole, I'd rather find my spots where I can get plus money at home in a justifiable spot.
Fair.
The Braves are ass. They're 2-11 on the road, bro. They got to show me. You give me money with the Diamondbacks at home, Zach Gallen. That's where I'm at. Like Los Serpientes, Friday night in the sand. Come on, man. Like, come on. What are we doing? I gave Chris Sale a chance and opportunity, I think, the last time to stop the bleeding. It was on the road. And he got his ass cranked. He got cranked. Who was that, against the Dodgers? It might have been that game against the Dodgers. Let me double check. He got cranked on the road against Tampa. He got cranked on the road against The Dodgers? He been terrible on the road. Man, fuck no. He been terrible at home, too. He been terrible all season. His last game was his best game against the terrible Twins, and he still didn't look good. 6 hits, 2 earned. They won the game 4-3. Gave up a bomb. He had 8 Ks. I don't know. I like Ketel Marte for a home run today. I do. And I like the Diamondbacks plus money. I gotta be there. I'm with you though, Chris. I like the plus the 1.5 on the Miami Marlins. Seattle tremendously overrated and overvalued in this game. I get it's Logan Gilbert, but I don't think, and I know Seattle's offense has played better of recent, but I still don't think they're this good. Minus 285 for the Mariners. Like, these two teams only separated by 2 games in the loss column. That's it. That's it, y'all. Like, this is what I be talking about the Marlins, where we're just going to have to value bet them a lot. Value bet them. One of my teams. I'm on the Miami Money Marlins. Small lean on the Padres for me as well. Just small lean on the Padres. Last slot of the day, we got the White Sox on the road versus the Athletics. The Dodgers, Yamamoto. Versus Paulie Skeens.
What a matchup.
I don't know. Skeens at 180, plus 180. And we got the Giants versus the Texas Rangers. Big game, Nathan Eovaldi versus old man Verlander. Costa?
Don't say that yet. Old man Morton. At least Verlander.
Oh, no. Old man Verlander.
I know. I just don't like to put him in the same category as old man Morton.
Old man Verlander.
Disgusts me. I'm gonna take a double Ruffalo on this White Sox Athletics game and the Dodgers in Pittsburgh. I'm not laying. I don't like laying the run line at home. I know you can get Dodgers even money at home, but the Dodgers overall have, they've been behind in certain games, and their bats do come alive at times, but there's also games where they go cold for whatever reason against good pitchers. Like Skeens on the mound, the Dodgers are way below their average, especially in their last 10 versus righties and overall. I think Skeens can get to. I think it's going to be a very close game, and I'm definitely not going to lay a run line at home, knowing it could be a 1-run win, kind of like when the Dodgers had earlier this week when everybody was humping up on them to take them on the run line versus the Rockies, and they won by 1. Just something I stay away from if I think it's going to be a close game with a really good pitcher on the other side. They could crank them and smoke Pittsburgh and win 7-1, but rather just stay away from that one. I'm on the Giants, better home team. I get it. Eovaldi has been solid this year, and I almost said it. Justin Verlander, Jay's got it in my ear now. Not going to call him that. Verlander is not great by any means, but I don't need him to be great for them to win this game. They've been hitting. San Francisco's been hitting righties off the charts, averaging over 5 runs a game. And then on the other hand, Texas has struggled to just score runs in general. They're not even averaging 4 runs a game overall. I don't think it matters. What matters is the bullpen for San Francisco is elite, while on the other hand, Texas is not. I think you're seeing the line at 115 because of a really good road pitcher versus the Giants, who are 7-3 at home. They've dominated at home. They're a good money team this year. They just won 3 out of 4 versus the Brewers. And you're just getting that bad price because of a starting pitcher, where I don't think it's going to matter. I think it's going to, if he can get 4 runs, even if he gives up 4 runs in this game, earned runs, not going to matter. Giants for me.
You're an idiot. I'm on the Texas Rangers straight up on the money line.
Shocking. You see myself. I keep fading the Orioles because they're ass. It's okay to fade a team.
No.
It's okay.
Your team's ass. My team's not ass. My team's going back to the World Series.
Yeah.
Yeah. We are.
He's sitting on the bench like Shador. Sorry, it's too soon.
It's gonna be us.
I take it back.
Dodgers. Us in the Dodgers World Series. Bochy back in the house he built, man. We finna do the boys in today. Verlander, we comfortable with him. We know him. He's been ass. He's taking a step down. He's old. He's getting cranked today.
You guys don't even score runs. Who are you cranking?
Old man Verlander. Oh. I think we jump out to an early lead, close to I'm gonna say 5-2 win Rangers. 5-3, 5-2, somewhere in there. We are in the middle of a really long road trip, but I think I think they play for Bochy today, coming back home. They play well. I trust the big game Eovaldi tonight too. So I'm on the Rangers. I lean Dodgers. And the only way to play it is to take them on the run line. So Dodgers run line in the lean. I don't know if I personally end up betting it. Laying the run line against Paul Skeens is kind of hard. But I do like them today. I am a Hummer. I've never ran from that, but I don't take the Rangers every day. I don't. But I do tell you when I really, really liked them. And today I really, really liked them. Chris?
Well, I'm staying away from that Rangers-Giants game. Gives me bubble guts. But I will take the A's on the run line. Sean Burke, who I think is still the starter. I've seen Gilbert listed in a couple places, but I think the A's can get to him here, whoever the White Sox send out. Because the White Sox, even in games that they're winning, they're scoring 3 runs or less. They're struggling to generate offense. Severino struggled in his starts in that minor league ballpark, but I think that the A's can break through here, get the job done. So I'll take the A's on the run line. That Dodgers game, if anything, I'm probably playing Dodgers first 5, laying a half a run. I think they get to Skeens early, and I just don't know if the Pirates offense can do much off of Yamamoto here. So it could end up being honestly a 1-run game, but I'll take the Dodgers laying a half run in the first 5.
National Hockey League Association. Hurricanes, Devils, Capitals, Canadians, Oilers, Kings. I don't love anything today. Edmonton gotta win, but give me a 2-team parlay. I'm gonna go Carolina to take a 3-0 lead, and I'm gonna go Edmonton. I'm gonna parlay them because I don't want to have too many units in hockey today, but so parlay them 1 unit. Try to come out ahead, a little piece of change. Hurricanes are just a much better team in that one over the Devils. And then Edmonton, I think these 2 teams are even. And I said at the beginning of the series it's going to be a home-dominated series. I think Edmonton fights their way back in it. Oilers. Chris? Shout out them Blues last night, man. Shout out them fucking Blues, man. Shout out them plus money at home at the crib Blues, man. We've been cashing them all season. Fuck the Jets. The Winnipeg Jets and the New York Jets, both of them. Chris?
I'm going to make it real simple. I think all three teams that have a 2-0 lead today get the win. Capitals, Hurricanes, Kings.
Damn, you
Capitals,
fade the Oilers? Oof.
Yeah, I gave them the benefit of the doubt last time out, and they just didn't show up. The Kings have won 4 games against the Oilers in an 18-day span. There's quick revenge spots, and then there's just absolute domination, and that's what the Kings are doing right now against the Oilers. I know it's crazy to think that, the defending Western Conference champion Oilers that were 1 game away from the Stanley Cup last year could get run out early by the Kings, but the Kings have just looked like the far better team. Even in game 1 where they choked up that lead and Edmonton made the rally, LA still found a way to get the job done, and I think that the Kings get done there. The Capitals, I think, are the better team. It just feels like the moment's too big for Montreal right now, and I think Washington's goaltending is better in that one. So I take Washington. Carolina, New Jersey is probably my least favorite of the 3, but New Jersey was a better team at home, on the road than at home this season. They got run out in Carolina. Carolina was much better at home than on the road, but the goaltending showing up for Carolina, something's got to give here. You've got a Jersey team that's scored 2 goals or less in 6 of their last 7, and a Carolina team that's lost 7 straight on the road. So even though it's crazy, I'm going to lay minus 170 with the Hurricanes.
I already know the answer, but Costi, any hockey?
Meh. I didn't do that.
That's hilarious. NBA. Let's talk some NBA and let's get on up out of here, ladies and gentlemen. We got the Celtics now 3.5-point home favor or road favorites over the Magic. Tatum doubtful, Holiday true questionable, and just came across my phone maybe 5 minutes ago. Jaylen Brown now a true questionable. No Holiday, no Tatum, no Brown. No problem. I'm on the Celtics. I'm laying the points. They're the best team in the NBA. They're the deepest team in the NBA, man. And ultimately, Orlando can play all that defensive shit they want to do. They can play all the defense they want. Ultimately, you got to put the ball in the hole, man. You got to score points to win the playoffs. And I think even with those 3 players potentially out, I still think the Celtics are the better offensive team. And defensively, it's still pretty much a wash. Insane, right? You take the 2 best players off of the Celtics and their best defensive player, and they're still the favorites. I think that tells you everything you need to know personally. I'm on the Celtics. I'm laying it. Nah, JB is a true questionable as of 10 minutes ago. So keep an eye on it. Keep an eye on it as the day progresses. He might play, but there's a real chance he don't. Chris, how you feeling?
Yeah, I'm going to go with the under here. I think whichever way it goes, whether the Celtics get it done or the Magic pull one out, it's going to just be a low-scoring game. Like you said, the Magic's mentality is just play defense, but at a certain point, you got to outscore the other team. And even if they try to slow it down, drag the Celtics down into the mud, I think it's just going to be a low-scoring game. So give me the under in this one.
Costi.
Least favorite game of the 3. Definitely not going to bet it, but I think the Magic have a little bit more fight in them for this one game. Definitely wait to bet it closer to game time. No jail. If what Jay said is actually they're gonna give them a break. up being 2-0. Jaylen Brown sits, Jason Tatum sits, Holiday sits. The Magic have been decent toward the end of the year protecting home court. I think they sneak one out here. I think this is going to be a really close game with the backups for Boston. So Boston wins the game, but having 3.5, 4 points in my back pocket, I think it's going to be one of those come down to the wire. Orlando loses, but they cover. Again, lean for me. Not going to bet it, but I'm going to fade the panel here and take the Magic at home.
Bucks, 5.5 point home favorites over the Indiana Pacers. Total 230.5. Chris?
I'm going to lean towards the Pacers and the points. I could easily see Bucks winning this game, but the Pacers have earned my respect to where I want to take the points with them on the road, catching more than a possession. The thing was, we were all like, okay, well, what impact is Damian Lillard going to have getting back into the lineup? Is he going to be on a minutes restriction? He played pretty much a full workload in that return, and he wasn't a factor. I think he only had 14 points or something like that. So I think that the Pacers can go on the road and at least keep this one close, if not give themselves a shot to win it outright. I like the Pacers and the points in this one. I think I'm selling my stock on Milwaukee here.
Costi?
I'm fading, Chris.
Yeah.
This is the game. For all the respect, at the end of the day, Milwaukee, prior to these two games against the Pacers, had a strong finish to the year without Lillard. Regardless that Lillard had 14 points and 34 minutes played, it's still the first game back. You're still not acclimated. You're on the road in a playoff game. A lot of things going against them. I think the Pacers win the series. I think they're the better team, but this is the game down 2-0, back at home where they've dominated. And at the end of the day, why are we all of a sudden taking the Pacers on the road? We know that they're better at home than on the road considerably. I think this is one of those games where Milwaukee gets what they want, gets the cover. Lillard goes off, big home stand with the fans. They're going to expect a Friday night in Milwaukee. Everybody's hyped up. I like it, man. I liked it more at 4.5 when I actually released it on one of our groups with Big Al's All Access yesterday, but now it's 5.5. Don't love it at 5.5, but I would still bet.
I'm on Indiana. I think the Pacers. Honestly, I think the Pacers win this fucking game tonight. That's how I feel. I think they win it.
Just take the money line.
I'm just at 5.
Oh. Okay.
I'm gonna just grab a 5. Ultimately, what the series has been is the role players for Indiana have thoroughly outplayed the role players of Milwaukee. Not even close. How much does the venue change that? I think it changes it some. But is it a let's see. $117.98 and $123.115. So is home venue worth 10, 15 points?
It is when you're down 2-0.
Hell no, it ain't. No, it's not. It's not.
What did you see yesterday with Memphis down 2-0 prior to the injury?
They lost. And they're down 3-0.
I know, but prior to a injury of their best player, they were up 27.
And they lost by 8.
Without their best player, but prior to that, they come out.
I lost with the Warriors the night before with Jimmy Butler went down. You didn't hear me crying. It's part of the game. When injuries happen in the NFL, it's part of the game. When injuries happen in the NBA, it's part of the game. Ultimately, I look at how the game finished out, and how the game finished out is Oklahoma City did what they do. They went on a great run and ultimately had a chance to cover and just didn't. So the other thing for me here is like, we saw this last season where Indiana dominated Milwaukee. They did that. They did it last season. They doing it again this season. I don't trust Milwaukee's head coach in the playoffs. Do not trust him whatsoever. Honestly, I don't trust Giannis in the playoffs either. Since 2021, he's ass in the playoffs. Y'all know Giannis has now lost 7 straight playoff games? 7 straight. 7 straight. Let that have been Luka Doncic. Boy, y'all have been cooking that man. Boy, y'all be, oh my gosh. Just saying. I'm just saying. People act like this is the Dame from Portland. Dame not even the best point guard on the floor. Halliburton is. You want me to lay 5? Over 2 buckets? Stop it. Can't. Won't.
Take the money line.
They have a chance to win, but I'm cool with the 5.5. I don't got to play hero tonight. Not tonight. Not in this one, at least.
That's your move. You're always the hero.
You know I'm playing hero ball here in this next one. We got the Los Angeles Lakers out on the road facing the Minnesota Twins. Not the Twins, the Timberwolves.
Whoa.
My bad. The Timberwolves, a.k.a. the Timber Puppies, a.k.a. Chris? The house of fucking disappointment. Oh, man, I was so happy when I saw Minnesota opened up as the favorite in this game. I was so fucking happy. I was ecstatic. This is right where we want to be, man. This is right where we want to be. If you're an OG, man, you already know, bro. You already know. Had they had the Lakers -1.5, -2, I would have left it alone. But Wolves' favorite, everything I need to know. Yes. Y'all have heard me say for multiple seasons, this is not something I just made up in this series because it's against the Lakers and my favorite player. This is not something I just made up. And the OGs will tell you, this is a consistent narrative. And what it is the Minnesota Timberwolves, just when you think they finna do something at home, just when it looked gravy, just when it looked like, oh my God, Timberwolves, great spot for them at home, they never fucking do it. And that's a reason we call them the house of disappointment. At home, at the crib, when it look green, it ain't never green. And they losing outright tonight. I'm on the Los Angeles Lakers straight up on the money line. This one I will play hero ball. I've already seen the Don in the playoffs last year walk in that trap, take over that trap. I think he'd do it again today. LeBron hasn't even played great in this series, so imagine when we start to get his great input. In game 1 when Minnesota won, I thought they had a really good offensive game, you know, from like guys like McDaniels, like DiVincenzo. Not saying that those guys can't play well here at home. I'm just saying I don't think they play as well as they did in game 1. That's all I'm saying. So I think this game's going to come probably right down to the wire. This is the swing game. This is the pivotal game in the series. I think the Lakers take it. I'm on the Los Angeles Lakers straight up on the money line. Chris?
Yeah, I'm just fading the house of disappointment as a home favorite.
Yep.
Give me the Lakers. Yeah, I just have a hard time going against LeBron and Luka in a playoff series. Nothing really more to it. Don't love the NBA today. Personally, didn't have any strong feelings on it, but I'll go with the Lakers and the points.
Cassie, tell me why you're an idiot and you're taking the Timberwolves.
Taking the Timberwolves.
Yeah, I know you are.
This is just one of those games where it's a chess match back and forth. I think the role players do play a big role in this one. The Lakers play much better at home than they do on the road. This is just one that's going to get away from it. I think Minnesota, with the last game, the difference was Naz Reid got in foul trouble early versus being in the game for most of the game in game one and going off. I don't think they have anybody on the perimeter that could really guard him when those spot up threes. I just feel like this is going to be a close game, and Minnesota pulls away late and wins. I don't worry about the 3 points. I think the Lakers, like I said from the beginning, Lakers are going to win this in 7. This is going to be a hard-fought game. The Lakers are going to win this series at home. I think Minnesota, as inconsistent as they have been, I just like them at home in this spot where they've played well. I'm not worried about the cover here. I don't think it's going to be a 3-point game. It's going to be within 3 at the end, and then with foul shots, they're going to win by 4 or 5. Sorry, guys.
You ain't got to be sorry to me. You got to be sorry to your bankroll tonight. You got to say sorry to me.
Sorry, sorry about your bets. Sorry.
Say sorry to your bankroll later on tonight, man. You asking for it. You're asking for it. That's it. That's all, ladies and gentlemen. We did it. We did it. We made it to the end of the show. Money Making Friday, ladies and gentlemen. Chris did a lot of arguing today, did a lot of yapping today. I know the plays you love most are over at Pick Dogs Premium. What you got over there today, my man?
Got my $15 MLB pickoff play. Hit it yesterday, 5-1 in our last 6 with the pickoff play. So check that out. I also got a Fastball Friday 5-pack. And I've also got an NHL power play on the board. But if you jump on a long-term pass, you also get a bonus MLB play as well. So check that out. Use that promo code PICK. Check out 15% off your purchase. You can pair me up with Jay, any of the other cappers at the website, and can make you some money heading into a big weekend of action.
Hop on with the franchise. Do the damn thing. Costi, what's going on at Safer Syndicate Group?
If we're still offering subscriptions for what you get when you deal with my team, it's baseball, golf, tennis, and NBA playoffs. It's all bundled together. There's different ratings on every game, more of an all-access style similar to Al and his all-access. If you want access to his program, you can contact me as well by calling the number under Premium Picks on Pick Dogs. You'll see Safer Syndicate Group. Al's up 22 units for the week, 4-0 in the NBA. He's got some big action tonight as well. So if you want to take advantage of that, definitely hit me up. If you want to watch the educational show that Eric and myself do every Thursdays, it's on the live format or under the playlist, Tales from the Ticket. Very informational and completely free to anybody that wants to watch.
Money Making Friday, ladies and gentlemen. I got NBA and a little baseball for y'all tonight. That's what I'll have for y'all this weekend as well. I am 0-4. Last 4. I don't like it. It's lame. So that means there's a 3-0 sweep coming tonight. So check out the jam session. I know exactly my thoughts on all the games. If you want to know exactly what I got going on tonight, hop on something long term or hop on a daily pass. Let's make some money today on a Money Making Friday. Huge bounce back day for me. Let's do the damn thing. Let's do it. Let's do it. Let's do it. Parlay time, man. Parlay. Chris.
Let's go with the. Let's see. I got to pull my MLB back up here. I'm going to do a home run parlay of Aaron Judge and Tyler Soderstrom. I'm also going to parlay him up for 2+ home runs as well. Let's go. There's no baseball here. Let's go with the Guardians, the over in Astros Royals, and the Athletics on the run line.
Costi.
Give you guys an even money parlay. If you're going to take the Dodgers, take them in a parlay. Dodgers, Twins, and the Tigers. That should actually pay plus money. Probably like 7 to 5.
I'm finna give y'all the squarest parlay you've ever heard in your life. You ready?
Mm-hmm.
Yankees, Dodgers, Celtics, Hurricane. Super square.
Not a bird cage. That's a super bird cage.
Super square. Super square dancing Friday. Let's do it. Super square. You want a dog one? I'll give you a dog one. Let's go. Pacers money line. Phillies money line.
Lakers money line.
Diamondbacks money line.
Ooh. Bird cage. Surprised the Lakers money line didn't get thrown in there.
Put it in there.
14.
Sit. That's all, ladies and gentlemen. We did it. We made it. Money Making Friday. Chris Costa, any final words before we get out of here?
Make it a winning day.
Yes, sir. We'll be here tomorrow. Show starting an hour earlier tomorrow. I'll be here. So be ready.
Watch Take It to the Bank, Bittler. The Rundown, Romanelli. The Reach Around, Chris Ruffalo. The Home Run Prop video, Chris Ruffalo. The 10 videos on the site, Chris Ruffalo. Jam Session, Ashley's Edge, Dime Club, Safer Syndicate Group, 7 picks in 5 minutes with Brad, 10 videos that Brad does, Dana Lane's sports betting report, Kirk's soccer. What am I missing? MMA. Mills has an MMA video out there for you guys. There's a NASCAR video. There is. I ran out.
See you tomorrow, man. We out here.